Good morning, everybody. We've been doing a series here of 10 different videos on getting your horses, if you're just starting them, getting them under saddle and riding. If you have a horse that hasn't been ridden in a long time, which is some of our cases, just due to the fact that I've been injured and nothing to do with horses, and I'm trying to get back out and get back into what I used to do. And so the whole series is 1 through 10, and we're at a point now where we have this horse that he's been roped off of before, but he hasn't been handled much, and I need him to pony some of these unbroke horses. So we're going to give him a quick refresher course on how to pony, and he already knows, but he just hasn't been handled. And I thought I would bring up some facts on your hands for those people that are not familiar with ponying and would like to pony out something. I thought I would show you how I do it, and maybe it would be some help to you and keep you a little safer. So let's get this horse going. And one of the things, I'm going to put this camera on my head, so excuse it. There we go. Not very good with all this camera stuff. That. Let's go through. So I have some of my gear here. I'm going to use this long crop, and a lot of the stuff that I do is not necessarily just to do it. It's to re-engage the horse's mind with me. You see how he's already looking? He's already, okay, what do you need, Dad? What are we going to do? You tell me. So I want that. What I want to be able to do is when I'm out on the trail, if he gets a little bit scared, or there's, I don't know, a motorcycle or a train or whatever, that he's like, okay, what do I do? And I can re-engage him and not have him do his own thing and put my arse on the ground. That's what I'm trying to avoid. We're getting a little older, and you young bucks out there can take it bouncing off the ground. Us older folks, we have to go around the barn a little bit longer to stay safer. All right, so let's move this horse out. We're looking for that left ear to be facing me. We want to get our direction, and we want to get him moving. Hup. So there we go. Now, a couple of things we're looking at is his flank, and his flank is looking pretty darn good, meaning that it's not pulsating there where he has a stomach cramp or something. You can see his left ear is on me, so I'm really liking that. That's great. Very focused. So now I know my horse is not lame, he's not cramped up, and we can probably proceed with some work here. So I want to constantly, as I'm moving along, is re-engaging his mind. That's what it's all about, not necessarily going through all the little different things. They are just gateways to have me re-engage with my horse, to get his mind with me. So let's push him up into a lope here. Up. There we go. He's got such a nice little lope there that you could drink a cup of coffee on him. Now once, when I asked him to stop, I'm going to use that word. I just don't want to use it right off the bat because he'll nose it. Whoop. See how engaged he is? He's like, okay, what do we need to do here, Pops? So what we're going to do is put a halter on him. Oh no. Oh, go to his withers and just slide this up and over. Good boy. We want to have him help us with the other horses as we move along. We also want to get him back out because he's very fresh. So other people, our guests that come out and train with us in the martial arts, and get him back where he's safe and they can ride. Okay, let's get our saddle blanket on. We'll do something a little different. We'll saddle him from the opposite side just to throw different things at him. So let's see how that works out. Whoop. Okay, now check my stitching. That's lined up. I got this guy lined up here. Whoop, whoop. I don't make a big deal out of it. He's used to being saddled from the opposite side, but you should be able to do both sides. Whoop. Okay. I'm not liking about this. There we go. So it's a little better. Okay. How's it looking here? Okay, I like it. I think I need to get a haircut. All right. Let's get this down. Get our cinch. Always remember your front cinch goes on first and it comes off last. So don't want to cut them in two. We just do that gentle. Put this in our keeper. And we'll put our back cinch on. When we put our back cinch on, we want it snug but not tight. Just enough where I can get the fingers in there. You see that? Especially when I'm ponying. I'll take my brush collar, drop her on down. Need to put another keeper on this saddle as well on that brass collar. There's a video that I have up on good ways of safety ways on your saddle, so you can go back and look at that. It'll keep you out of a lot of danger, keep you from getting killed when something breaks. So check that video out. It's up on our page. All right, so we got everything going here. This looks good. So now what I want to do is I want to start really getting back where there's a lot of ropes around this horse. So we snug that off with a double half hitch, and let's send him on out. Okay, where is my crop? Right here. And let's move him. All right. Doesn't he have a nice little lope to him? I sure like it. Let's turn him the opposite way. On the wrong lead. Whoop. Let's get a rope where we can sack him out with a a rope here. Oh, buddy. What a good boy. So I'm going to change things up. I'll just right now drop back into like a little leading lesson. So let's get him to move over. Move over. That front end. Front end. I don't like when he steps behind. I like that. Now back end. Move him over. He's trying to cut in on me, so I want to get to his side. I want him to cross those feet like that. That's good. Very good. Going to move his front end over and move him back end around. Don't ever want ropes around your arms. You always want them out in your hand so you don't get caught up in anything and hurt yourself. There we go. Putting my right hand up in the air because he wants to stay hooked on to me. And he'll come around in a few minutes like that. You see, he's already doing a lot better. Disengage those backs. Very good. Now let's get the front to cross over. And that's all I'm doing is just engaging his mind. There's no really whole lot of benefit on ponying right now. It's just me getting with him. Move over. Getting him more listening. Good. Okay. Now what we'll do here is we'll do a little leading lesson. Walk up. I'll stop. He should stop. Back up. Very good. Back up. Back up. Back up. More. Good. Going to hook this back on. I'm going to send him out again. Each time what I'm trying to do is engage his mind and with mine so that when I start putting this rope on that saddle, I can engage his mind every time to get him back to a place where he's really listening. So I just keep tossing this because we're going to be using ropes when we get these other horses going. So let's get these out of here. Round his legs. And if you have a problem doing this but just don't have the coordination, go and get to one of your pipe corrals, you know, one of the fences there, and practice on that first. So now he's just standing there. That's good. So what I might do is just ask him to come with me a little bit, see if he will. Ho, 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 ho. Good boy. Like that a lot. Okay, so I just reinforced that. And then while he's standing there, I'm just going to go back to using this rope. So I got nothing going, just I'm standing away from him and I'm throwing this rope at him. So obviously he's doing really, really good. Good boy, good boy. So I talk to him and reassure him that this is good. Now, remember, you go to the opposite side, you got a new horse. Different side of the brain. Now he's doing really good. I got nothing, as you can see, holding him, and I'm familiarizing him with these ropes going all the way around and up on his back and around his legs. And he's done this before, obviously, but it's been a long time, and I don't want to discover when I get ready to pony this other horse that he's got a problem, and my horse is on the ground going, shoot, I should have done this earlier. Now what I'm looking for is I'm going to shorten up my rope, and the momentum might make him move, but we'll do it real slowly first. So I'm just circling this rope out here, getting this. Now I'm just going to go over to the other side. And again, if you have a problem with circling a rope because it's in your left hand and you have no coordination, go practice it, man. Get some practice. Okay, so now I want to, because I'll be using a rope as well, I want to be able to get up over his head. So we'll circle this around, and that looks good, and he looks nice and quiet. So good. Now what I want to be able to do is take this rope and just shoot it out there. Bring it back in. Good boy. And reinforce that he's doing things correctly. Come on, rope. Throw it out there. So sometimes what will happen, a horse may see a rope coming from this angle and jump away from it. So I want him to know that how my voice is, nice and calm, that he's doing everything right, and is all he needs to do is listen to me. This is another great way of your training to, when you get into trouble and the horse gets a little nervous on a particular deal, that you can go back, and because you've done this kind of training, now this horse goes, oh, okay, I'm scared, but I'm just going to listen to Dad. He gets me out of all of the trouble I've ever gotten into. And the only time that will change, if you make really poor decisions and get him hurt. So don't do that. All right, now for the next thing that I want to do, and then I'll get into showing you how to use your hands in a second here, is what I'm going to do is take the end of this rope, and I'm just going to put a couple of little half hitches over this one, like this, just so I can get it to stay on there. Leave that buckle up there. I don't care if it makes noise, it's all the better. Now I'm going to send him out. Now he wanted him to go on the other side. That's a good boy. Oh, don't make a big deal out of a mistake. Just move on. Now this is good. So now I might take my rope and pull on it. See, now what I'm actually doing is getting him a little more familiar with a good tug on that saddle. No, go on. You're doing good, Sammy. Good boy. What a beautiful boy he is. My wife likes this horse out on the trail. I say it like it's not hers. She'll kick my butt. I got her this horse, and she really enjoys him. So now, what I want to do is turn him the opposite way and get this rope around his legs. Like that. You see the way? Whoa, look at that. Did you see that? Now, wouldn't that be just beautiful with my little petite body up there and getting my butt kicked off? This is why you do what we're doing. So, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip this rope over the other side. See, now he hasn't had this going on for obviously a long time. So we'll just leave it sit there. We don't need to make a big deal out of it. Obviously he wants to buck and crow hop right now because of this rope. You see how his hindquarters are all tucked in and his tail's tucked in. So we're going to let him know that this is okay. And if you notice, my voice doesn't change much, the tempo of it. I'm putting pressure back there because there's a good chance that when I'm ponying, this might get caught up in here on his rear end. Now you can see him little crow hop. So let him go for a little bit. And keep your voice very mellow and calm, like it's no big deal, because it's not. So we're going to get this rope down a little lower and put some pressure on him. I'm also putting pressure on that saddle. See, like that. You're a very good boy. Yes, you are. Oh my goodness. Was that scary? Oh my goodness. All right, hang on there, buddy. We're gonna take this rope over your head. So let's do this. Good. You don't want to buck daddy's little petite ass off, do you? So just let him go out there a little bit. And when I use these ropes, there we go. When I use these ropes, I have this round pen is 50 foot. You can see he's very goosey right now, but I'm just going to stay calm and just keep working it on his ass end here. Come on. So getting back to the rope, it's 50 foot. My round pen is 50 foot, and my rope that I have on this horse is about 27 foot. So that means I can be in the middle of the arena or round pen, and if something goes crazy, like it could have if I wasn't calm a little while ago, I can just stand there. You know, I'm not going to get dragged, my butt dragged all the way around, because the end of the rope is in the center, even a little more, so I have some room to hold on to it. Now you can see how much calmer he's getting. So I'm going to wiggle this rope all the way around and get this going. Maybe even play jump rope. Good boy. Oh, he's so good. I love my Sammy. Yeah. Atta boy. Oh boy, that's so good. So now we're going to push him out the other way. Good. And I'm going to take this rope. I'm just going to flip it over. Now you see how his demeanor is now this time? Because we are very calm and quiet about our approach. So it's really easy to get yourself in the dirt. You can be a dozy hole and just jump up there and go, well, he knew it before. Like people think sometimes that it's like a freaking car. Come on. You know, that you get it all cleaned up, washed, put her in your garage, and it's good to go next Saturday. Well, that doesn't always work with animals. You have to be engaged all the time to get them to be safer. So I give a little tug. I have it up under her tail there. So let's lope her around, and then I'm going to do a little bit more. What I'll do on another tape too is, let me pull this. There we go. Pull it again. All right. That's good. Wiggle that rope every which way. So this has been a good little refresher. I'm sure glad that I didn't take my little petite body and put it in that saddle. I say little petite body because I'm like 225. All right. Oop, oop. Okay. Gather this in. I think that was really good, guys. What we're going to also do is put shoes on this horse too. So that was a good lesson there. Now, we leave him. You're a good boy. Yes, you are. You're so good. Just reinforce you're loving, man. Okay, so I go and just take your rope, tie it off here. Okay, we'll just tie it off there. That's good. We got to tie it off. Go back. Why are you following me? He says, hey, I want to hang out with you. And that's what I want. I want a horse that just enjoys being with me. Oh, Mr. Sam. All right, so I'm hoping that you, excuse me, mister. Can I get some work done here? Okay, I'm hoping you can see my hands. So what I like to do is I take my fingers here. You see how I'm doing this? And now that dally there, that loop, is going to be the time that I have if something goes wrong. So what I'm talking about, let's pretend I'm on my horse, have my reins in my left hand. Now I'll always go to my right. So what I'm going to do is walk out. You see right here, I'm going to drop, dally, and come around to the right. Now, in a little while, I don't know if I couldn't take this camera off and maybe we could put this camera over here and try and get this. Hang in there with me, guys. I'm not a camera guy, but I'm trying. I got some try. All right. So, all right. Hopefully you can see me now. And so what I like to do is tie off that, and you can do it with a much shorter rope. This is what I have got right here to use. So what I'm going to do is, this is pretending that I have a horse behind me. I take my right hand and I grab my lead and I put a coil in it. Want my coil out on the outside. So we'll get this out here. Got too much rope. You know, if I wasn't showing anybody anything right here, that wouldn't be happening to me, would it? So what I'm looking to do is I have my coil on the outside. So my hand grabs and I take these fingers and I hold that other one. Do you see how this one's grabbing the top right here? These guys, these three, hold the loop. Now, as I move along and my horse sets back behind me, I'm going to drop with my thumb, drop it. Now I go to the horn. 1, 2, pull down. And I move my horse to the right to see what's going on. Now what we don't want to have, so you get my rope, 3 fingers, and I'm riding with my reins in my left hand. What I don't want to do is, when I feel there's something gone wrong behind, is that I drop this and turn into this. Now with that horse pulling, rips me right out of the saddle. I'm in trouble. So again, I take my rope, I just bring 3 fingers, and grab. Now the top one is my thumb and my finger. So this is a good way to practice on getting quicker on dallying. So dallying is when you take the rope and you go around a horn. So when we go around a horn, we're going to go around twice, and we're going to move our hand forward, and that will lock it in tighter than if you didn't do that. So as I move out, I feel there's a problem. So what do? I drop, go to my horn. That loop gave me the time to get myself out of a wreck. Watch again. I'm here. So you can just start back here. You got 3 fingers, 3 on the horse behind, thumb and finger on your side. So I'm on my horse, I move out. As I move out, I feel, oh shit, there's something going on. Drop, go to the horn, turn to the right so your rope does not catch up on your horse that you're on, and it does not pull you off of there. So I go to my right. Now what you want to start doing is, I'll show you here, is grabbing it in different places. And so this is a good little way to practice. So you build a loop, I'm up pretty close. So now when I'm at home, just tie it off to your corral. You got your reins in your left hand, holding your horse steady. I pull out, lock, 1, 2, 3, and I come around. So now I might go, so I don't know when I'm going to stop each time. I move around maybe over here a little bit, over there, out in front, so I can get some practice. So I get my loop. Maybe I'll put a bigger loop in it. Remember, the size of that loop is the time you got to go to the horn. If you have a real short, you got very little time to get to that horn. If you get surprised, you got it a little bigger. You don't want it so long that it's going to hook on your foot or your stirrup, but have a loop in it. So now I'm going to walk out this way. Boom, drop, come around with my horse. So we try it again. I'm here, 3 fingers, got my loop, take my horse, go up, grabs, drop, 1, 2, 3, come around. All right, guys, this is GM Conway. Have a blessed morning. Don't forget to like and subscribe and get this channel moving along. I hope I was some help. Out for now. See you on the next one.